And let's now take this across to Ashwini Kumar, who joins us. Ashwini Kumar, talk to us. What are these numbers telling you? These numbers are painting a rather vivid picture of what the people of the country wanted when it comes to their central government.
Well, quite clearly, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has succeeded in selling his narrative to the people of India. It is a decisive victory for Prime Minister Modi and his colleagues and his alliance partners. I think we should concede to him and to his alliance partners this moment of glory and basking in the victory that they have achieved. However, the fundamental question remains, will the issues that are really germane to people's everyday lives brought up front in this election? My respectful submission is that this election was not fought on real issues. It was fought on an emotional narrative built around security, built around a definition of nationalism, which probably was one kind of definition of nationalism.
Dr. Ashwini Kumar, that seems to have found a lot of currency. Look at the numbers. The only thing I want to ask you here is that the numbers are rather decisive, better than last year. Better than last year is a big number for the BJP, and last year, as in last elections, beg your pardon. The numbers are decisively giving the BJP the mandate from the people. If you see the way the people have voted across the board, it's clear what they want, who they want as a prime minister, what they want as a central government. So in that sense, pushing all the issues that has been discussed during the election season aside, which are not the main issues, there still seems to be conviction from the people of India as to what they want. And for a second, we have Professor Paranjpe also asking you a question, Dr. Ashwini Kumar.
In my opening remarks.
Yes.
Well, I conceded in my initial remarks that this is a vote for Prime Minister Modi's narrative. There is no doubt about that. There's no doubt questioning the nature of the mandate. The mandate has gone to Mr. Modi, and he succeeded in selling his narrative to the people of India.
Where does that... Okay.
So my question to you is, how do you know that the issues that you consider to be real are the real issues? What gives you the confidence or authority? And don't you think the numbers and the mandate indicate that what you thought were the real issues were not the real issues for the people of India? They were satisfied with...
I don't think... No, I don't think that what we think are the real issues of the people of India are not the real issues. These issues of inclusion, of secularism, of empathy, of compassion, of good governance will always be relevant issues in a democracy. It is another thing to say that a particular election gets fought on a particular narrative, and that is what has happened. One issue caught the imagination of the people more than the other issues. Maybe we failed in giving to the people of India another counter-emotional narrative which would have the same appeal as the narrative of Prime Minister Modi. But that is not to say that the real day-to-day issues of the people or of our democracy are non-issues. There will always be real issues, and they will be brought up front in every election. And we hope that we will be able to build a better narrative in the future to inspire confidence of the people of India.
I assume the biggest issue...
And of course, there are a number of factors that explain these numbers.
Right. So I assume the biggest issue for your party right now is what where does the Congress party go from here, and what about its leadership? Is it a failure of the Congress party's leadership and Rahul Gandhi in particular?
Look, elections are neither won or fought purely on the strength of one person or one issue. Yes, there is need for Congress to introspect. Congress needs to renew itself, reinvent itself, redefine itself. Congress needs to build up strong leadership in the states. Congress needs to have a healthy mix of the young and the experienced, and must fine-tune its ideological appeal in a manner that goes to the heart of the people. Democratic elections, in my view, are not about reason and rationality. They are about emotion and a sentiment. Prime Minister Modi succeeded in creating a sentiment. He succeeded in putting himself at the head of that sentiment, like he did in 2014. and that is how these numbers can be explained. But Congress, as the largest party with a pan-India appeal in terms of this broad ideology, cannot be wished away. Congress has to be in the vanguard of upholding the values of the Constitution, of upholding the values of the Republic.
Right.
So therefore, please don't forget that BJP was down to 2 in 1984. It resurrected itself. Congress is much, much better than that, and will certainly resurrect itself given that we are able to bring the necessary changes and attitudinal changes.
All right,
thank you very much.
Dr. Ashwini Kumar, thank you so much for joining us on this broadcast and sharing your thoughts with us.